Hey guys, Bat Kai-san here. So this month is Halloween, a holiday I'm pretty sure a lot of people are making special videos for. I bet DeGenerosity is coming out of his 4-month hiatus to drop his 4th installment of his horror movie Characters I Can Beat series. And I bet Derek FDB is making something horror related as well. But my Halloween video this year will be a little different than what everyone else is making. My Halloween videos on Oreo flavors. But not the ones everyone knows about. I'm talking about the cursed flavors people have created on the internet. But I won't be the only one talking about these flavors. Natalie will be joining me as well.
Thanks for this opportunity, Adeline. As someone who has made Halloween special videos before, I consider these videos to be my expertise. Now with that being said, on to the Oreos.
The first one we have is the motor oil flavored one. Now, as unfortunate as it may be to hear this, your body is not like a car. You don't need to drink oil in order to stay energized. That's what Gatorade is for. And not only are you not supposed to consume motor oil, it also doesn't taste that good, which should have been obvious.
Next is the medical waste flavored one. This would be Dracula's favorite type of Oreos if he was actually alive. Now Dracula may enjoy the taste of blood. However, I don't. Blood doesn't taste good. Ketchup is better.
Next is the New York garbage can flavored one. Do you want an Oreo that tastes like shit and ass? Well, this is the perfect combination for you if you crave both. Although if you do, you're most likely a rat, because that would be disgusting otherwise. Never eat out of the trash. You never know why the food was tossed out.
Next is the ashtray flavored one. This one is the unhealthiest Oreo flavor you could possibly get. Not because it's a junk flavor or anything, because this is the only Oreo where the risk of eating it could be death. Please don't ever consider doing pot. Those are years of your life you are not gonna get back.
Next is the Windows Vista flavored one. Now what's the flavor here? Well, I don't know, the flavor had an error trying to load. So I guess you don't really get much of a flavor here, unless you want to eat the metal of the computer, which I don't know why you would.
Next is the orthodontist mold flavored one. This is all the mold they have left over after they get it out of your teeth. Probably the most disgusting flavor so far.
Next is the onion flavored one. This would be Shrek's favorite type of Oreos. But because I'm not Shrek, I think this is an absolutely wretched combination.
Next is the spam flavored one. Now people are pretty divided on spam as a whole. Some people like it, some don't, and that's completely fine. But a meat-flavored Oreo is really weird, because envisioning it with the 2 cocoa crackers keeping the meat in between, I don't think they'll pair that well together. The meat by itself isn't bad, but it compared with the cocoa is overkill.
Next is the cheeseburger flavored one. Doesn't sound bad at first, right? But why would you make a burger flavored sweet? Wouldn't that take away from its whole flavor? If I wanted a cheeseburger, I could just go to McDonald's to get it.
Next is the Kraft Dinner flavored one. Considering it's overly processed cheese, I would imagine that this one wouldn't taste particularly that good. We all know that cheese already doesn't belong on Pop-Tarts, so why do you think it would taste any better on an Oreo? Please explain your logic.
Next is the Suburban Mom flavored one. This one is said to be a combination of Xanax and Zinfandel. Not only are they putting drugs in the food to get you high, they're also putting alcohol in that same food to get you drunk. I've definitely heard of people putting drugs in food before. I mean, hell, people put weed in brownies, but I've never heard of anyone putting alcohol in food. I wonder what that would be like.
Next is the boot leather flavored one. I would imagine that putting leather in between the 2 cocoa crackers wouldn't taste that good. I wouldn't know because I'm not a bootlicker, but I would probably have a good enough of an idea as to what it would be like to make me stay away from this one.
Next is the Vaseline flavored one. Now Vaseline has many different uses, none of them are for food ingredients, and there's a clear reason why. Vaseline is mostly used for your skin, so something that you have to apply should not be in an Oreo. Besides, Vaseline has lanolin in it, which is sheep wax. So that means you could potentially be eating Oreos that have wax in them.
Next is the cursed combination of Doritos and Oreos. I don't think combining the two is a good idea at all. It just sounds bad on paper and will probably be worse if it actually gets released. Hopefully we don't get a flavor like this.
Next is the pickle and peanut butter flavored one. Now I have no problem with the peanut butter being there. But the pickle though? Something that should absolutely not be in an Oreo. It'll make the inside taste juicy for no reason, and I think the last thing I need an Oreo to be is juicy. That just sounds wrong.
Next is the pepperoni pizza flavored one. Same thing I said with the Kraft Dinner one. Cheese does not belong in an Oreo. And at that point, just buy a pepperoni pizza. It doesn't matter if it's frozen or from Speedway.
Next is the Neosporin flavored one. Now Neosporin is used to prevent infection in minor cuts, scrapes and burns. And I bet it would taste awful. Imagine tasting glue. That's the equivalent to what eating Neosporin would be like.
Next is the gremlin flavored one. And it seems to be the only one with specific rules on them. Never eat them in direct sunlight, dunk them in milk or eat them after midnight. So this one has the risk of turning you into a gremlin. That'll practically just mean that you go through people's fridges, throw out the shit that you think wouldn't taste that good and then keep the shit that you think would taste good. It wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to you. You'll just be a nuisance.
Next is the dog food flavored one. Hey, if Natalie lost a bet, she would have to finish the whole bag off in one sitting. You know what that would mean. Licking the whole inside of it clean and then admitting to it being the tastiest you've ever eaten. It's essential for you fully becoming a puppy girl, Natalie. You gotta eat like a puppy too.
Nah, I'm good. I'll just stick with my some more flavored ones. Next is the toothpaste flavored one. Now this one will make your teeth all shiny, white and clean. The problem though is that you're not supposed to eat toothpaste. It wouldn't taste good regardless of what flavor toothpaste it is.
Next is the Lego flavored one. I bet that when you bite into this one, you're gonna lose all your teeth. Because you aren't supposed to bite down on anything that hard. This flavor might break your jaw as well. It just goes to show that Legos are better for building than they are consumption.
Next is the toxic waste flavored one. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Glowing skin? Mutations? Don't worry, those will disappear in about a week. Besides, don't knock toxic waste till you try it. I'm saying this for satirical reasons only. Please don't actually consume toxic waste.
Next is the frog leg flavored one. I mean, if you're a witch, you might like this type of Oreos. Otherwise, I can't really see anyone else eating these.
Next is the ghost pepper goat milk flavored one. Ah yes, don't you want an Oreo that's not only pasteurized but can also kill you? If so, you might need to sign a waiver before you eat these. Because these are the only Oreos that will put your soul on the line.
Next is the spider egg flavored one. There's this myth that you swallow about 8 spiders in your sleep. However, evidence does not back that up. So I don't think you're allowed to eat bugs. Besides, you're not Simba.
While on the topic of eating bugs, the dung beetle flavored ones. You'll practically be eating the beetle and the waste it makes at the same time. Probably the worst combination yet.
Next is the rotten teeth flavored one. I said earlier that you aren't supposed to eat toothpaste. Well, same applies for teeth. Teeth just don't feel right to eat. And when you bite down on them, it feels like you're chewing through bone. That's because bones make up your teeth through something we would like to call dentin. You also are eating all the plaque as well. That's something you may never want to think about ever again.
Next is the zombie brain flavored one. Zombies don't particularly have a lot to eat, so they crave human flesh. But before they think about eating anything else, they go right for the brain. The brain is their biggest source of nutrients for them. But we don't need to eat brains to get any of those. A protein bar would probably be fine. It would also be considered cannibalism because we are eating one of someone else's body parts. And it is very unethical to eat another person.
Next is the Funyun flavored one. I already think that onions and Oreos are not a good combination already, but deciding to combine the crunchy onion rings with the softer Oreo may make it so that you get thrown completely off when you bite into the middle of it. Honestly, it makes more sense as to why Lay's has a Funyun flavor. Keep it that way.
Next is the nacho cheese flavored one. I like my Oreos drippy, brah. Nah, but seriously, cheese doesn't belong on Oreos. And the fact that it's a liquid cheese form makes it even worse. The last thing I want to worry about when picking up an Oreo is a liquid dripping from it. That doesn't even sound pleasant.
Next is the rotten tomato flavored one. And no, I'm not talking about the review website. Usually when something goes bad, you have to toss it out. If you don't, you could get really sick from eating food that isn't good anymore. As a result, the middle will just taste very mushy.
Next is the beef jerky flavored one. Considering how dry beef jerky already is, pairing it with chocolate will make you dehydrated very quickly. I would imagine they would give this flavor to people without water just to punish them, just like what they did with Popeye's biscuits.
Next is the spoiled food flavored one. Similar thing I said with the rotten tomato flavored one. If something goes past its expiration date, it isn't good anymore and can make you sick. This is worse than the tomato though, cause I could imagine that the Oreo would smell before you could eat it.
Next is the Pepto-Bismol flavored one. Out of every flavor we talked about so far, this one will make you have to take a shit the quickest after you eat it. The moment the cookie goes through, it's already being pushed out. And Pepto-Bismol doesn't taste good either.
Next is the hemp flavored one. Here's another flavor that's gonna make you high. I bet they refer to this as the stoner flavor of Oreos. You know, the ones you pick up when you really wanna get f***ed up. Usually a gas station find cause that's where they hang out the most.
Next is the tree bark flavored one. I'm pretty sure it's impossible for us to eat wood. Not only will it break our teeth, we also run the risk of getting a splinter. We are not termites. We were not designed to eat wood.
Next is the mustard flavored one. Yes, I know what you're thinking. I said mustard and you think it's a funny Kendrick Lamar reference. But stop, we're gonna talk about the actual condiment being in the cookies now, so get it all out before we begin. Okay, we're good? Alright then. So mustard is a very strong condiment and that would offset all of the lesser ingredients in the Oreo. It would make it stand out in the worst way. And no, condiments don't belong on ice cream either.
Next is the flaming hot flavored one. There are so many flaming hot variants of things that it's ridiculous. There's flaming hot Funyuns, flaming hot Utz cheese balls, I mean hell, there's even a flaming hot Mountain Dew. As to why, don't ask me. The last thing we need is for Oreos to join the flaming hot crew. I bet that flavor wouldn't go over well for a lot of people.
Next is the toxic sludge flavored one. We know that the toxic waste one was bad for you, but I think toxic sludge is worse, especially because you're exposing yourself to something from the sewers which will not only cause you radiation but can get you very sick, especially considering all of the other junk in said sewers.
Next is the broccoli and cheese flavored one. This is another one that you know will smell bad before you get the chance to eat it. You also really shouldn't put healthy stuff in candies to get people to eat better. The broccoli inside the two crackers would be a bad replacement for the milk cream.
Next is the wasabi and honey flavored one. The texture of wasabi wouldn't go well with the texture of the cracker since they're very off-putting. Don't try to eat every cookie all in one sitting because you'll soon realize that it isn't mint ice cream in between and you would need multiple jugs of water. Tomater had to find that out the hard way.
Next is the landmine flavored one. This is the only flavor you are not at all encouraged to eat. This flavor could kill you almost instantly. And you're not Wacko from the Animaniacs. Don't be delusional enough to think you can eat an explosive.
Next is the super glue and sawdust flavored one. The problem with eating the glue is that not only can that get stuck to your teeth but the cracker can as well. And since it's super glue, you'll need a dentist to safely get it removed. The sawdust may also make you sneeze like the pepper would.
Next is the cannabis and codeine flavored one. Yet another one that can get you drunk and high at the same time. And if you look real closely at the top left of the package, you can see a lean bottle that looks like a similar one that was used in the cover for Pizza and Codeine by Chris Travis. They say don't knock it till you try it, but I'm good.
Next is the ramen flavored one. With the way ramen is, it doesn't make sense at all to turn that into an Oreo flavor. It's also made using onion, which is an ingredient that needs to stop being used for these Oreos.
Next is the redneck flavored one. This makes more sense because the skull is supposed to be chewed on. But it's still tobacco being put into the cookie. And we know that putting a drink like a Budweiser into the cookie doesn't produce the best results. We've seen it happen with the Coca-Cola flavored ones.
Next is the Fashion Week flavored one. This is the last one that involves alcohol and weed, I promise. Although kombucha isn't that bad, so this might be the least cursed one out of all of these.
And the last one we have is the flambe flavored one. Now we previously talked about the flaming hot ones. And there's less of a risk with those because at least they won't kill you. At least if you're careful about the consumption of them. But these pose more of a risk. Not only can they burn your mouth so bad that they can give your tongue a blister, you could also accidentally burn your house down with these. And don't think about throwing them away either. It could set the trash can on fire. The best thing you can do with these is just don't get them at all.
And that's every single cursed flavor of Oreos we could find. If there are any you didn't see show up in this video, please let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to me as well at Natalie Winter. She was of great help when it came to this one. Stay tuned for the next upload and happy Halloween.